Hello, this is our Vitalant Collaboration. So, Vitalant is a large nonprofit organization who supplies blood to those in need all over Arizona. Their goal with their potential partners is to increase their blood supply by encouraging more individuals to donate blood. To do this, they want to create several blood drives throughout the community in places such as auditoriums or arenas. As of right now, they only have a few locations that are not efficient enough to provide all the blood needed because of COVID distancing requirements. Therefore, with less people in these locations, there are less donors and therefore a lower blood supply. They are looking for a partner that has a large media presence so that they would be able to raise awareness for the need for blood donation, which will hopefully ensure the stability of the community blood supply.
So to determine the best collaboration method, we had to consider multiple factors, and the first factor is the nature of the task. So to solve this problem of an unstable blood supply, we need close to 600 blood donors each day in Arizona, and only about 5% of the eligible population donates blood. All three sectors are needed to find a solution to help replenish the blood supply. So what resources do each organization provide? Vitalant has a large network of hospitals, they have blood laboratories to analyze blood, and they have a community leadership council where they can interact with local community members. The public sector has access to more funding and has more facilities that can be used as blood donation centers. They also have a good outreach capability. And the private sector has innovative ideas they can contribute along with funding, and they also may have access to larger social networks. So what are the potential risks of a collaboration? Vitalant can lose money and time and be unable to meet their social mission, and the public and private sector could also lose a lot of time and money. The best value of this collaboration is for Vitalant to be acting out of the best interest of society and aim to improve the health of the community in Arizona by providing blood to those people who need it. The way to evaluate the performance of this collaboration is to look at the data and see how many donors have been donating blood, to see the volume of blood donated, and to look at how many lives have been saved. The best model based on all these factors is the collective impact model. This allows for a sustainable and feasible solution to be developed, and it gives the flexibility for multiple stakeholders to be involved under one shared mission and let Vitalant lead the charge in the collaboration.
The first undesirable collaboration method for Vitalant is a public-private partnership. This is because Vitalant is a nonprofit organization, and these types of collaborations normally only consist of participants in the public and private sectors. Additionally, since the main purpose of this collaboration is innovation and change, it does not align with the needs of Vitalant. From their biocare subsidies, blood laboratories, etc., it is very evident that Vitalant has done all that they can and now just need people who are willing to give their time and blood. The second is traditional contract. Since Vitalant is a nonprofit with a very specific mission, this type of collaboration would not make sense or yield the most benefits for them. A traditional contract is normally mostly focused on the money aspect, which is not Vitalant's primary concern or what they're needing. Also, the risk of a traditional contract is placed mostly on the government, but who are at the greatest risk in this organization are the people who need blood donated to them. The third is independent public service providers. This collaboration method would not make the most sense for Vitalant, as it almost represents the direct opposite of what Vitalant needs. The independent public service providers method makes it harder to effectively communicate due to the decentralized nature of the collaboration, which is the opposite of what Vitalant needs. Vitalant needs the highest amount of exposure and communication with the community and partners as possible to spread the word. Also, being in a collaboration completely independent from the city has no formal accountability and would only hinder what they could do and the amount of people that they could reach.
The first partner that we decided upon was Prescott Unified Schools. This would be a great option for Vitalant as they're trying to expand and get more people involved in their blood drives. The school gyms and auditoriums would be able to be used for the blood drives themselves. The location of these schools would be great because they are throughout Arizona, can get more people involved and volunteers from the staff and students to help with the more blood drives. They have worked with Red Cross before, the Prescott High School has, for blood drives, so they have knowledge of hosting them, unlike other schools. Vitalant would have to provide the medical supplies, but the schools can provide the rest, like the chairs and the rooms. Students and staff may not be allowed to volunteer, however, due to COVID and other issues, and they may not be able to use all of the gyms for the same reason. So the second partner that we came up with was National Nurses United, or NNU. This is a group of registered nurses throughout the United States. They can help with the blood drive donation since they are nurses, and they have locations throughout the United States if they do want to expand to other states. All the nurses are a part of a group of qualified real nurses who have contributed to blood drives multiple times before, so they know what they're doing if they need more help when they expand. Most of the work done by the NNU is voluntary, so besides the medical equipment, there should be no cost like before. Location may be a challenge as they're not located in merely one state, but multiple, so it may be harder for them to find in Arizona.
5 tangible aspects for successful collaboration for this organization are having a common agenda, shared measurement systems, multiple leaders, continuous communication, and small wins. So, a shared measurement system is important because it encourages the companies to be able to compare their data and findings in a way that everybody can understand, not just the people within the one organization. Having multiple leaders is good because rather than relying on one leader, you can get advice from different sources and see different perspectives. Continuous communication is a rather obvious one, but it helps develop trust between the partners. A common agenda is also known as having a shared vision, and that just means like a shared goal and a shared way to reach that goal. And lastly, small wins, which is a little bit less touched upon. So, small wins would be seeing constant success as motivation. So, celebrating like the little achievements and the little milestones along the way to the big overall project.
These are a few questions we have to ensure that the collaboration is as successful as possible. 1, who is already on the council and is there any way you want to reshape it? 2, have you worked with any of the partners we have suggested? What has worked and what has not worked? And 3, have you tried any of the collaboration methods we have talked about? If so, what has worked and what has not worked? Thank you so much for listening. We'll take any questions now.